It's Connor, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Like 5. 42, check, Mike 42.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Show that bench release and go.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Now Jones looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Now Rodgers sliding out of that. He can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now it's Connor. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
These 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, now Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Open man is Allison, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Geronimo Allison, 42 yards, as his guys are first on the scoreboard here this afternoon. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Buzz, buzz!
On 2nd and 15 now. Roethlisberger looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
You got three down.
On first down, it's Jones. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Got a man, that's Allison. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 10 yards out, the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll run on first down. Counter. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Spin.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Black and turn!
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Roethlisberger will throw. And that will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Quarter.
Here we go on fourth down with Roethlisberger. And he's got Moncrief. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
50.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Boswell's kick is good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, 72 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Well, that's true. You've said that before. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read. Better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Rodgers going to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Well, they were second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
To throw is Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds them to just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing. But there are plenty of other guys out there, too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon, if they both come to camp, we'll see how that works out. How about Todd Gurley and his health? Because, boy, when he touches the ball, great things usually happen.
And then wondering, someone like Le'Veon Bell took the year off, now a new offense. But if he starts going like he used to, he's obviously going to be a good one.
Fresh legs is what you're counting on with Le'Veon Bell and a fresh start in New York with the Jets. And if you're looking for an exciting rookie, remember this. Kyler Murray's going to get the ball from the first snap, and they're going to leave him in there throughout. And as long as he stays healthy, he's going to pitch it around the park a bunch. Don't be surprised if he gets a little love, too.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Black 80!
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Black and turn!
On 2nd and 15 now. Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
Black 20! 42! You got nothing today. You got nothing.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... That's caught inside the 20. Only took him 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Ben to throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations.
He's got daylight. 20. Touchdown, Packers.